episode of Investors Playbook. As always, you have your hosts, Deshaun and Cornell, coming at you with tons of stock market tips, stock market facts, stock market news. And today, as you all know, we have seen Bitcoin hit the six-figure mark, $100,000. We had said this already on a previous episode. They were saying Bitcoin would hit 100K sometime next year, but we knew what was up, Cornell. We knew we was going to see 100K before the end of 2024, and it has happened. So in this episode, we got to talk about not just Bitcoin, but all the other cryptocurrencies that are also feeling this surge, this rush, this bullish trend right now. We're talking Ripple, we're talking Solana, we're talking Dogecoin. So yeah, stick around, tune in. We're going to talk about all these cryptocurrencies in this episode today. But Cornell, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, but like I was just going back on our like IG because I was like, bro, we've been talking about crypto for a minute, man. So I was just going back and I'm like, bro, we were posting stuff about Bitcoin. I know I posted my gains from a while back on Bitcoin. We were explaining the Bitcoin halving over the summer and everything, and then
Mm-hmm.
how it was gonna blow up in the winter. Hey, bro, we've been talking about this for a minute. And I'm
Yes.
just like, man, it's funny because we do all this talking about it, and then when it actually happens, everybody's like, oh, what do I do? Bro, like,
Watch
it doesn't
Investors
work
Playbook is
that
what you should have
way.
did 6 months ago. You know what I mean?
It doesn't work that way.
No, it
After it's
doesn't.
blown up, it's happened. You missed
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You missed it, man.
yeah.
So
Because I mean, buying Bitcoin now, man,
it's mortgage.
it's a tough thing to even think about. Because just what 2 3 weeks ago, Bitcoin was at 75,000, maybe. Not even a month later, not even a month later, it jumped up $25,000. That is insane. And we're not even just talking about that, but XRP was below $1 like maybe a month and a half ago.
Bro, it's like
Ripple
50
has
cents.
has been a sleeping giant, and now it is almost what I think the highest was like 270 or 280. Now it's hovering
Yeah.
around 250. But Ripple is another one that people have just been playing with. They've been, oh, should I jump in? Should I jump in? Like, man, with these opportunities, go ahead.
So for me, when it came to Ripple, it was just the complexity of buying it
Yeah.
because you couldn't just buy it on every platform. You got to get like these, I don't know, these sketchy platforms to purchase Ripple unless you bought it before it,
Yes, that's what
you
happened.
know, it got
Yeah.
banned on a lot of platforms because you
Yeah.
can't get on crypto.com. Well, you can now, but you couldn't get on crypto.com. You couldn't get on Robinhood. You couldn't get it on a lot of the
Coinbase,
mainstream.
the main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was harder to buy Ripple because, as y'all know, Ripple had a huge legal battle happening for like 2 years.
Hmm.
Ripple was just quiet. You couldn't buy Ripple, like you said, on the major platforms. And then once they won that suit, Ripple came back. But of course, Ripple didn't put a bad taste in people's mouth. So people weren't really rocking with Ripple like that. But as Bitcoin is the leader of the pack, you start to see things like Ethereum move. That's almost about to pass 4,000. I think it tapped 4,000 a couple days ago. But
Yeah.
it seems like that keeps moving up. Ripple, again, is almost hitting $3. You have Dogecoin that is up to 50 cents now. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot happening in the crypto space. So, Cornell, I got to ask you, how are you planning on navigating this crypto area? I know you got your Bitcoin, you have Ethereum. Are you going to touch some of these altcoins?
I definitely am, man. I feel like at this point, how everything's coming together, it's a mistake not to be in a lot of these things. Even Doge, I wasn't a believer in Doge, but
Mhm.
now with Elon Musk having such a high position, aside Donald Trump, it's kind of hard. He just posted a picture on Twitter with like Doge, like the face of Doge in a big cloud that's just consuming the land, bro. And I'm just like, oh, this is a message. This is like the bat signal, bro. It's time to buy Doge, bro. Like I feel like I'd be crazy not to have some, not to like whatever I put in there. Of course, like not willing to lose, but I am prepared to lose if that
Yeah,
happens. But I feel like I'd be crazy not to have exposure in it. And this man just got created a position with the government called
yeah,
Doge.
all Doge. Yeah, and I think these are moments right now where people look back and they say, "Man, I should have. Man, I could have. Man, I would have." Like, nah, don't be a shoulda, coulda, woulda person come December 2025. All right, we see how fast this stuff can move. Of course, understand, like Cornell just said, be prepared to lose. None of this investing. There is no guarantee with any of this. Okay, there is a probability. You know what I mean? Like there is a chance that it can go in your favor, but also understand do not put your mortgage into Dogecoin if that is the only mortgage money that you have, because Dogecoin could very well drop and go the opposite way. We don't want that to happen. All right. As much as we see this crypto thing happening, we don't want to gamble. That's what we don't want to do. Okay. Why you? What's up? What you about to say? You think you want to say?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna
Because you
because
like.
I, I'm that crazy person, man, that's gonna take some equity out of the house to make investments. So
See,
it's
that's not
just
what I'm
like,
saying, though. I'm not saying
oh,
don't
okay,
take equity out. I'm saying don't spend the money to like that should be going towards your mortgage in Dogecoin. And now Dogecoin went down 2 cents. You're screwed.
okay,
Like if you have
okay.
the means
So
to do it, by all means, go ahead. But I'm talking about like banking on Dogecoin and needing Dogecoin to go up. That's what we. That's not good.
yeah,
That's not investing smart, right?
like a Hail
Understand
Mary,
management. Go ahead.
like a Hail Mary,
Yes, 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 yes. Like an Hail Mary. And
do
I
or
think
die.
another thing is with cryptocurrency, we see it moving really fast, but you got to understand, people have been investing in cryptocurrency for years. Like we're just now talking about it really like a lot now, and people think that oh man, you can make a ton of money in crypto if you just put it in there, and then 3 months later, like man, these people have put money into these coins years ago, and now they're making their bread. The people who bought Ripple at 20, 30 cents, the people who bought Bitcoin at 20,000, 10,000. I mean, if you bought Bitcoin at 70,000, you made a decent amount of money right now. You know what I mean? It depends on how much money you put in, but yeah, cryptocurrency is not a fast return kind of. I mean, it can be, it can be, but I feel like with me, I bought Ripple years ago, bro. You know what I mean? And for the longest, it was just sitting there doing nothing, like for years. So the idea of banking on this to like flip in 6 months, 7 months, like what I'm saying is just invest smart. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Invest smart. Uh, but yeah, don't miss this opportunity. Also, don't sit on the sidelines and just be so hesitant. You know what I mean? So, what you think though, bro? You gonna get some of the altcoins? I think I had asked that, but I don't know if you said you would.
Yeah, man. I do feel you. Like everybody understands the amount of risk that they can take. You know, if I don't feel like someone should risk their livelihood
Mm-mm.
over investments. I know some people feel differently.
Yeah.
Because I remember like back in the old days when we had our Discord and group me, there was one guy that said, and really I wish I had taken his advice. Because remember he was like, this is the time to get a second mortgage on the home, to max out all your credit cards. Remember? and
He was like
then
putting all into these investments.
and he said that. So I'm pretty sure he did something to that
To that degree, yeah.
to that degree. And if he did, he's sitting really good right now.
Yeah. Depending on where he put it. And I think hindsight is 2020, right? Because if he had did that at a certain time, I mean, who knows? Maybe He bought it and
He'd be up.
say it again.
All time highs right now.
Yeah, I know,
He'd be up.
but in between that, people did, do like COVID happened in between that. You know what I mean?
Doesn't
Or
matter.
was that
Unless
after?
he was in options, it doesn't matter. And as long
Yeah,
as he didn't sell while it was down, it doesn't matter.
and that's what
If
I
he
mean though. Like the scared hands. You know what I mean? Like if he put it all in and he's like, oh shoot, I'm down 30%. Let me take this out. Like you could really mess yourself up if you don't got diamond hands, is what they say. You know what I mean? Like just hold them, because, bruh, you already know that it can be tough to have that iron mentality to where like you're not worried about losing half your money. Like if you put in 20,000 and now you got 10, you're like, dang, what do I do? Do I take what? Do I take these losses or do I just hold on and hope that it goes back up eventually? You know?
Yeah, especially if like you maxed all your credit cards, like
You
for
can't. That's
this.
at that
It's,
point you are on time. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Maxing out your credit cards for an investment,
yeah, you
you on
are.
time, bro. If you can't pay them off fast, you are digging yourself a huge hole. So nah,
Cause
it sounds good,
yeah,
but
cause thinking about my credit cards, the amount of credit cards and like just their limits, me
bro,
maxing all of them out
yeah,
and putting them in the stock market, bro.
it's
There's no
upwards
way
of
I can afford
100.
that
You
payment.
know what I mean? Yeah, nah, it's too high. That's crazy. Yeah. So
There's no way I can afford that monthly
no.
payment, man. And then it's going up 24%. Bro, if you fail, you have to
What can you
file
do?
bankruptcy. You gotta file bankruptcy. That's the only
You gotta move back
way.
in with your mama. You gotta file bankruptcy. You gotta go get a bike. You can't have no car because you can't afford gas. You're done, bro. You're cooked.
so
So
so in a situation like that, where someone takes, and not to drift away from the crypto, but like
for sure.
somebody takes all their maxes out all their credit cards and buys these assets, right? And then they file bankruptcy to clear it. Do they still keep the assets?
I'm not sure how bankruptcy like works when it comes to the assets. Don't they? Doesn't with bankruptcy? Don't they like acquire the assets like to pay off the debts?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm not sure how that will work because I imagine filing for bankruptcy like that's a final safety net, but you don't just like your debt doesn't just disappear. You know what I mean? Or
I
maybe
think
it
a lot
does.
of it does.
It's
I
just like a
think I think you
forgiveness that
make
happens.
I think they consolidate a lot of it, and then you have to make payments for a certain period of time. But I also know that there's different types of bankruptcies. So I'm not, and I'm not an expert on it, and I only know of people going through it, and I just hear things, um, word of mouth. But
Yeah,
I by no means know how bankruptcy works. So yeah.
gotcha. Sounds like we gotta have an episode talking about bankruptcy, bro. It's another thing we gotta
We
learn.
were,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we would need somebody well versed because I do know that there's different chapters of bankruptcy and they
Yes.
have different stipulations.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
Man, I just every time I hear the word bankrupt, I just think Monopoly. Like you lost, game over. You can't play anymore.
it's funny
But
because
I
it
mean, in
seems like
real life, that's not how it works. Like it's like another chance to get things right. But
it's like another
yeah,
chance, but it does sit with you for a period of time. I
oh
know
yeah.
it takes like 7 years for it to fall off, like your credit and everything. It
Mhm.
makes it real hard for you to like buy houses, cars, get credit
Gotta chill,
cards,
gotta chill for a second, or
refinance.
just do other
Yeah,
things. Yeah, but man, well, hopefully he didn't have to do something like that. And when he did invest in this crypto, hopefully he's winning right now because crypto is definitely on the up and up. So yeah, how long do you think this is gonna happen on this crypto train? You think it's just like a Trump term thing, 4 years, or after Trump, it's just gonna keep on going? I mean, it don't tell
I
me.
think we're here, bro.
Hmm?
I think we're here. I think
This is
we're
it.
here. I don't think crypto is going anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like this term is about to accelerate it for sure. Um, Especially now that we have buy-in from the whole country. They're saying like 5% of individuals are invested in crypto. So this is the beginning basically. And
Yeah.
then once more buy-in happens, it's only going to get worse. I mean, not worse, but it's only going to get better for crypto. And then when we have the next Bitcoin halving, what's going to happen then? You see what I'm
Good question.
saying?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think, same as you, crypto is here to stay. I think we're seeing more and more powers adopt crypto. We're seeing talks of XRP getting its own ETF. Bitcoin already has its own ETF. Ethereum getting its own ETF. You're seeing the adoption of these cryptocurrencies in now staples of the American retirement plan and the American investment plan. It's no longer a millennial Gen Z YOLO trade. Like you're talking about powers are saying, okay, I rock with crypto. Let's add a crypto ETF to the stock market exchange. So now you can acquire crypto or add crypto to your investment portfolio and not just need Coinbase or Robinhood or Trust Wallet or whatever these other, you know what I mean, to do it. And I
Hmm.
think that is where the real shift and change is happening. We're seeing more and more people that are in these positions of power adopt this cryptocurrency. And of course, it was only a matter of time. But like you said, this is happening and it's here now. Like 2025, I think is going to be a crazy year for cryptocurrency. It's going to be
And you
wild.
know, I've spoken about this. I don't even think the craziest part has come
No,
yet,
no,
because
I don't think so.
I think the craziest part is going to be when jobs start creating packages with this crypto embedded into them. Because with them being ETFs, like when are they going to start being mutual funds? You see what I'm saying? And then within these mutual funds, it has exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum and Ripple. And people start, and then jobs start automatically having people invest into them in their 403bs and their 401ks.
Yep, yep.
So I
Now
feel
it's
like
not even
that's
just like you said, the IRAs. It's the matching that companies are doing with you putting money in your retirement account that's also going into these cryptocurrencies. Yeah, that is it's gonna be wild.
yeah.
Man.
So once that happens, yeah, I think that's when it's gonna blow up. I think that is gonna blow up these next 4 years. And you know how crypto usually does this dump after like the spike up. It's hard for me to imagine. I'm not saying it's not going to happen because historically it has done it, but it's hard to see that happening right now when we have a president that is pushing it. It's
Yeah.
hard to see.
And even though crypto does do this dump every couple of years, this year for Bitcoin, we saw a tear like no other, bro. Like it, I don't know if it. When you say dump, how far down do you think Bitcoin could potentially go? Like if it did dump,
When
you
when
know
you
what I mean?
say tear like no other, I don't. I feel like 4 years ago, I think that tear was bigger.
Yeah, the numbers are larger with this, but the
The
percentage,
percentages
yeah,
were larger,
yeah, the
and
percentages were larger back in the day.
and that's why I think that this still has more to go, a lot more to climb,
Mm-hmm.
um, because of that. And as far as dump, I don't think that it's going to go as low as it did when it dumped last time. Like I don't see it going under 50,000 or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
But Um, if it's gonna do anything like it's done in the past, I do see it going back to 60,000
yeah,
temporarily, of course. But
yeah.
they do have like these 2 year rest periods where they're just extremely low. But for me, I'm like, okay, because my entry point was a lot lower than 50,000. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I wouldn't be as stressed out as someone that is just now getting into crypto. Yeah, I'd be a little hurt, but I'd still be up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, man. All right, man. So look, this is our message to y'all. Cryptocurrency We have seen a lot of movement happen, a lot of positive movement happen with cryptocurrency. Um, it's not too late to start investing in this asset of cryptocurrency. All right. It's still early, as some people would say. Um, yeah, just do your due diligence, figure out what this cryptocurrency is all about. Hit us up, Instagram, Facebook, if you want to learn more about cryptocurrency, how it works, because there's a lot of different forms of cryptocurrency, and a lot of them have different purposes. So right now, the purpose we're talking about is to invest and make money. That's like the goal right now with these cryptocurrencies that we're investing in.
And, and and there's something like that, pet peeve of mine that I want to speak on. So it's like you'll ask somebody, I don't know. For me, I like to Google everything, but you'll ask somebody, hey, you'll talk about Bitcoin, and they'll be like, I just don't understand it. Like, I- if you just go on Google and just, Google it, it's
Absolutely.
really not. How long does it take to get an understanding of something? I think that's my biggest thing. If that's the only thing that's keeping you from doing it, is saying that you don't understand, then look it up. And if when you understand it, you can decide, hey, I want to invest in this, or hey, I don't want to invest in this. But don't let we got too many resources for you to be sitting there saying, oh, I don't understand it, so I'm just going to continue to not understand it, and you just miss out on the sidelines. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out
Nah,
there.
that's real, bro. People love to play coy, and there is no excuse for that nowadays. Like you said, we got computers in our pocket, bro. There's no reason for you to not just be able to Google. You can chat GPT it. You can have a descriptive explanation of Bitcoin in 10 seconds if you wanted to have it, right? Um, so yeah, it's not really an excuse anymore. It's a decision at this point that you're making to not want to know. That's what it is. It's not a lack of resources. It's not a lack of information. It's a lack of desire and a lack of just wanting to. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, as always, we appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. You know what I'm saying? Go check out these cryptocurrencies. If you have money that you want to invest in, hit us up. We can educate you more on how to get your investment account started, how to get your retirement account started. Um, yeah, we are financial educators, and what we do and our purpose is to help people get off the sidelines. We want people to get started ASAP. So hit us up on join our Facebook, hit us up on Instagram, um, and all that. Cordell, what's up? What you got for me?
No, nothing. Perfectly said. Hit
That
us up.
cool, man. Well, like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will catch you all next week. Peace out.
Peace.